Are you surrounded in yarn all the time and have a scrap yarn bin that looks like this? Then this video is for you. Today we are going to be turning all of my leftover yarn from this to this. I'll be showing you the perfect scrap yarn project, the perfect thing to do with your yarns. Oh, and also I learned how to knit. So there's that. So we're going to be doing a knitting project today, which I'm very excited about. Plus you get a little mini vlog as well. So let's just get started. Very green right now. If you guys are not putting maple syrup and salt in your matchas, you were doing it wrong. It's been kind of a hectic morning, just getting ready to go to the gym. I've not been to the gym in a very long time, but it's a New Year's resolution for me to prioritize my physical and mental health. So I thought we would get up and just be active. I've got a pretty chill day today. I want to do a project with my scrap yarns because I have so much scrap yarn. It's like ridiculous. And I feel like I want to do a project to, you know, start using up my scrap yarns, but we'll get into that in a little bit tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to head to the gym and then we're gonna get into the scrap yarn project. So get excited. It is now time to deal with our scrap yarns, and I have a lot. Now I know I am not the only one that has a scrap yarn bin, basket, container, whatever you want to call it. I know you watching this video, you have a lot of scrap yarns. Don't deny it. And today I'm going to show you the perfect thing to do with your scrap yarns, or at least the thing that I'm going to be doing. My scrap yarns, I want to try and get through a lot of these, and I saw this kind of thing on Pinterest, and so we're just gonna do this together. So what you're gonna need is, of course, your scrap yarn basket. This is mine. And then the next thing you're gonna need, I mean, you don't properly need this, but I have this and I'm gonna use it, is a yarn winder. I got this one from Amazon. I'll link down all of my Amazon finds and equipment below. So the kind of idea that I found on Pinterest was kind of crafting with multiple strands of yarn at once. So basically making multicolored balls of yarn and just using like 4 or 5 strands of yarn at one time to kind of give it like a chunky yarn kind of look. And you're just combining lots of different colors. It just comes out so cool. And I wanted to give this a go. I've actually already wound up a couple of balls of yarn, and look how pretty these are. They are so pretty. I love these colors so much. This like lime green is like everything. And I feel like these are like the perfect way to use up a lot of your scrap yarns, because this is like 5 strands of yarn right here. I wanted it to have like a really chunky feel, but it also just gives such a pretty look, which I will show you and you guys will see when I start making a project. But this is essentially what we're gonna be doing with a lot of our yarn. So I'm honestly just gonna go through here and kind of put colors together, see what I think would look best like with one another, and we're gonna just wind up some balls of yarn and just see how much we get. I'm currently surrounded in yarn and Dougie. I've gone with a few color selections here, so we're gonna start winding them. I have a bit more of the lime green, pink and purple. You can tell I really like this color combination. Got my 3 strands here, and what you do is you kind of just loop this into this hook bit here, and then there are these little slits at the top of the winder, and you just put your yarn through here. Can't see it right now, but there's a crank right just here, and you carefully start winding. Problem with working with 3 balls of yarn right now is it can get a little messy and tangled in places, but it's okay, we deal with it. But look how satisfying this is. I love this. My goodness, I am literally in a tower of yarn right now. I kid you not, I spent like the rest of the day, just winding up all of these balls of yarn. Okay, I went crazy, but I did completely finish my whole yarn stack. All of the yarn that was in this basket is now wound up, with the exception of ones like these, my already multicolored ones that I didn't want to mix with any yarns. We just have so many different colors to play with. I'm kind of excited about this. I just like went crazy. I was literally just like, what colors look good together? I'm just gonna put them together. I have a bunch of these like green ones. I did like multiple tones of green, which I think could be really cute. I have this one, which is just so pretty to me. I also have like these black and white ones, which gives me like such like Wednesday Addams vibes. I have so many balls here. My favorite's probably like this combination that I showed you. I also have this one with all like neutrals. There's a lot here. I also just wound up whatever I had left of some other colors. So now all of my scrap yarn is wound up and ready to be made into something beautiful. Oh, I made these two balls, which are very different from the rest of my yarns. I'm gonna like move this yarn right now because this is just ridiculous. Still surrounded by yarn, but you can see me a little bit better. I made these kind of balls of yarn, which are just single stranded, and I had some loose like straggly bits that weren't going to be enough to wind into a whole ball, but I obviously wanted to use them up in a scrap project. So I kind of just wound up a lot of different colors together in this one ball and just used a magic knot to tie all the ends together. So it's going to be really fun to work this up because each color has like varying lengths, and I just like can't even remember the order of colors that I used. I literally just went with like what I felt like in the moment. So I'll have to use them at some point, maybe in another video. Let's move all this yarn and get to making stuff. I want to do something with these balls of yarn here. I feel like these colors would just look so good together. And guys, I learned how to knit. In my break over Christmas and New Year, I learned how to knit. Oh, hello, Miso. She's excited about it. Yeah, I learned how to knit, which I am so excited about, and I love it, guys. I think it's so much fun. I had so many comments on my knitting machine videos being like, you should learn how to properly knit. The knitting machine is not as good as actual hand knitting. And like, guys, I agree. Like, I feel like a lot of people are coming at me for using a knitting machine, but what you don't understand is it's literally a toy. Like, it's literally made for fun. And obviously people can have their opinions and say what they want. I loved it. I had fun using it, and that's literally what it was all about. But in saying that, I did learn how to actually knit by hand. So now no one can come at me and say like, oh, you're lazy, you just use a knitting machine and you don't know how to actually knit. Well, now I do, and I've fallen in love with it. I thought crochet was like the love of my life, and like it is. I still love her. Crochet is still so much fun, and I'm definitely more confident in crochet, but I'm having so much fun with knitting. I want to try and make a sweater, although I don't know if I have enough of this yarn here for me to make a full sweater. This might just be like either a really cropped sweater or just like a sweater vest, depending on how much yarn I need for this, because I have about 2 balls of like this yarn, and then I've got 3 varying sizes of the purple mix. So we'll see how much this can actually make. So this is either going to be a sweater vest or a jumper. I think I'm going to start with just like the purple yarn. I'm just going to start with some ribbing. I'll bring you guys a little bit closer too. I'm just going to make a very simple sweater. So literally just 2 panels, one for the front, one for the back. And then if we have enough yarn, then I'll make sleeves to make a full sweater. So I'm going to start with ribbing for the bottom. I'm just going to finish casting on. I think I'm going to do about like 50 stitches, and we'll see how that looks. I got up for 1 second and Miso has stolen my spot on the couch. Anyway, I have casted on 50 stitches and I've just gotten started on the ribbing. I think I'm gonna do like maybe 10 rows of ribbing. I don't know. I'm just gonna like keep working this up and seeing how I feel, and just stopping when I think the ribbing is big enough. Alright, we have tea and we've got veggie chips. And I have a little update for you guys. Oh my god, I spilled my tea. We have done this much now, so we've fully finished up the ribbing. I think it looks so good. I also have started working up the front panel, which I'm very excited about. And I think I actually made a mistake here, where I think I did 2 rows of knits. And so now there's like a purl stitch here, but I kind of like how it looks because it kind of breaks up where the ribbing ends and then the knitting starts. But basically what I'm doing for the kind of body portion is just a basic like stockinette stitch, I think it's called. But basically you do one row of knit, one row of pearls, and it gives you the classic like knit V shape, which I love. And also look how pretty the yarn is knitting up. Like I just love how that looks. I've also gone in and started with a little bit of this yarn with the green and the pink. You can see already how beautifully it's working up. I absolutely love it. I also think because there is like a strand of the same purple that was in this portion, it's like blending seamlessly together. So I'm having the best time. I feel like knitting is definitely a lot slower. At least I'm a lot slower at knitting than I am with crochet, but that's okay. We will get there. We have an update in our sweater vest. I'm confirming right now this is going to remain a sweater vest and not a sweater because we definitely don't have enough yarn to make full-on sleeves. We have this much left of the kind of purple mix and then this much left of the pink, green and purple mix. So definitely not enough yarn to make full-on sleeves, but that's okay. I think this will be really cute as a sweater vest, and we are very close to being done with the front panel. So this was like the perfect amount for a sweater vest. Like I said, I finished up with the back panel, and this is literally it's literally the most basic thing. It's literally a rectangle. There's no fancy like increases or decreases in this. Like I just literally did the ribbing and then worked up until I reached like my desired length, which I usually go for like a cropped length. With the front panel, I want to add just like two little like shoulder bits, I guess, and leave a bit for the neck. I've seen a lot of videos where people have done this, and me being my just overconfident or just like, I don't even know what you'd call it, I want to try and attempt that. I've never done it before. I should probably look up a tutorial on how to do it, but I kind of have like an understanding in my mind of how to do it, so I think I'm gonna be okay with doing it. But if you guys are, you know, making this at home or wanting to see a proper way to do this, I will try and find a tutorial of like what I'm thinking of doing so that you guys can do it properly and not do what I am planning to do, which is just kind of wing it. Okay, so we are starting on the neckline, and basically what I've done right now is I kind of measured out how long I want the neckline to be or how wide it should be so that my head should be able to fit through here. So we had 50 stitches all up. So basically I just did 20 stitches here for the neckline, and there's 15 stitches on either side for the shoulders. Hi! And this is gonna be kind of hard to explain, but I knitted up until the stitch marker that I had placed. Miso, I'm trying to show something. I basically knitted up until my stitch marker, and then I actually casted off all of this area. Now I am knitting again on this side and going back and forth on this shoulder up until it reaches the same length as this back panel here. I hope that explanation kind of made sense, but again, I'll link down a tutorial that basically tells you better what I'm trying to do. Yeah, that's what we are doing currently. Alright, we have done one side. It's actually working, guys, which is very cool. So we've got the one kind of shoulder, and it's gonna like dip down here for the neck, and now we're gonna pick back up on this side of the shoulder and just match this side so it's even, and then we can pretty much like put this all together and do like ribbing around the neck for like a little collar moment. Miso she just loves to do this thing where she comes and just sits on my lap as I'm trying to do stuff. Usually when I'm knitting or crocheting. Could have a little puppy cuddle break, hey? Oh, thank you. Are you guys ready for this final reveal? Ta-da! Oh my goodness me. I am actually in love. Like, I'm not even kidding, this turned out so much better than I thought it would. I'm so happy. It's like the perfect fit, the perfect like cropped length that I love, and she's just so chic and so cute. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think of this, and if you guys have any other like scrap yarn projects that you love to do, leave that in the comments below too. I hope you enjoyed this video and took some inspiration from it. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, subscribe to my channel if you guys would like more content like this. If you have any video requests for like knitting stuff or crochet stuff, then leave them in the comments below. I would love to do those for you. Follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I appreciate having you here. I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye. Mwah. This is so cute. I'm so happy. Yay.